Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to DAZN Boxing. We're back with another one. We're gonna break down today's fight cards today. You know what I'm saying? It's fight day, March the 18th. You got a couple of good cards and stuff like that. Some notable names. We had some drama yesterday at the weigh-in. We're gonna touch on all that. Before I do that, before I get into it, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. Feel free to check me out on my social media. Scrolling across the bottom, Twitter @OverJ, Instagram @DoesBoxing. Feel free to tap in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I do with this boxing news and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. So we're gonna get into it, man. Now this right here was a great surprise. We got Jarrell Big Baby Miller versus Lucas Browne. They're gonna show this on ProBox TV, the app. Now, normally ProBox they put their cards on YouTube, and you can do it on YouTube and the app. The only difference is if you watch it on YouTube, if it was a regular card, it'll have commercials. On the app, no commercials. But this one's gonna be on the app only. You know what I'm saying? And this is good though. This is a short notice because they didn't have US TV at first. So, and this is a fight card that I've been looking forward to. You know what I'm saying? And of course, with the main event, we're gonna touch on it for sure. I like it though. You know what I'm saying? I like ProBox TV. If you guys haven't had if you're not introduced to ProBox, I like it as a boxing fan, hardcore boxing fan, because they show a lot of up and coming young fighters. Most of the fights are 50-50. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of upsets on ProBox. I don't know if you guys have been checking it out. They've been around since for a year now, and they have prospects on there that been getting beat. You know what I'm saying? So, and the presentation is real good. The commentator was good, but I don't really listen to a commentating like that. But it's good. You know what I'm saying? They got a good presentation. So, and they do fights in Florida. They're based in Florida, but they do fights in Mexico too. And they have some good fights. So that's just a little background on them. And then if you want to watch this card today, it's only $1.99, $2. You know what I'm saying? That's for a month. If you want to get it for a year, $18. But you know, so I ain't no salesman. I'm just telling y'all how y'all can watch it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who in the building. Jose Diaz, what's good with you, bro? Salute. But this card right here is interesting to me because Miller versus Browne. Now we know their history. Both of these guys, drug cheats, heavyweights. Lucas Browne was the regular champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Before 2016 or some shit. Jarrell Miller, he had an opportunity to do some great shit to fight Anthony Joshua, but he tested positive and went crazy. Got an opportunity to go to top rank and then tested positive again. So I don't know. I don't know if he's sure of himself. When I see guys test positive, that let me know they're not sure of themselves. But Big Baby Miller has a good mouthpiece. He always in fun fights. I have to say that. If you're just looking at the fight part and not focus on the drama outside the ring, he come to fight. You know what I'm saying? He got good skills for a big man. I mean, he weighed in yesterday 332 pounds. You know what I'm saying? That's a big boy. He always been a big boy. Since coming back, this is his third fight coming off the 2-year suspension he had in Nevada. His first fight, he was 341. His second fight, he was 328. You know what I'm saying? Or 329, something like that. Now he kind of moved up a little bit to 332. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't even think he's focusing on the weight. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I think the weight is cushioning his, you know what I'm saying, cushioning the punch resistance. That's just always been my theory on that. Yeah, no, facts. I'm with you, bro. I agree with that 100%. PDH Big Dog in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Yes, sir. But, I mean, this fight got something on the line now. I think Miller is they both in the top 10 in the WBA. So, y'all know how I am about the rankings, bro. Them shits tell you everything. So, they can put these guys in line for a world title. Lucas Browne was a possible opponent. He's been a possible opponent for a lot of people. But recently, Dubois was trying to fight him. Lucas Browne, he's a big puncher. He's a bigger puncher in this fight. He come in at a career heavy, too. He come in at 277. He normally around 260. I think his best weight maybe like in the 50s, 250s, you know what I'm saying? But he 277. So you already know what time it is. So but he's coming off a big victory over Junior Fa on the Haney Cambosa's undercard. So we'll see, man. It's like I said, this is sometime in boxing you gotta run to the train wreck. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting to me. I wanna see how Big Baby look. If we can make one more run. You know what I'm saying? D-Lo in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Hyphy in the building. What's good? Remember I told you about Raquel Miller? They put that on Boxing Scene. And then old girl from Kim Clavel, they got her too. You know what I'm saying? That was for Hyphy. I was telling you she was gonna fight another fight, interim fight, before she tried to get the other fight. Yeah, they announced that. I think she come back in April sometime. I forgot. But also on this card, you got Brandon Glanton. He's fighting a guy Asbarov. Asbarov is 3-0. He's a Russian guy. Now, I was talking to my bro Tay yesterday. We was talking on the phone and shit. I was like, yo, they giving this guy Brandon Glanton at 3-0. Like, they must believe in him. You know what I'm saying? Now, he did beat the Russian Hammer, Khrushchev. He beat him. And I think it was an 8-rounder, a 10-rounder. He went the distance with him in like his second fight. So, I mean, if he can beat him, and that guy been in the division for a long time, he fought in the World Boxing Super Series and all that shit, big puncher. He went the distance with him. I mean, maybe they see something in him. But Brandon Glanton is coming off a loss. It was on ProBox TV as well. He lost to David Light, who was about to fight Lawrence Okolie for the WBO title next week, the Cruiserweight title. So this should be a pretty good fight. John O'Cara versus Miguel Mariaga. That's another good fight. We know these names as boxing fans. They fighting at 130 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So you can catch this card, like I said, ProBox TV. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with the app if you haven't. It's only $1.99 if you guys are interested in that. It's going to start 12 o'clock on the East Coast, 9 o'clock on the West Coast. Feel free. I don't know how many fights they're showing, though. They might show, I don't know how many fights. I know there's a bunch of fights on the card, but I'm not sure how many they're going to actually show. So feel free to tap in with that. And also in my description box, I got the times, I got the fight schedule for today. So feel free to tap into that for another reference. Here's another card today. This Matchroom. This is a next gen show box basically for the UK. This is a Eddie Hearn promotion. You got a lot of young talent, former Olympians and stuff like that on the card. They always do their prelims on the YouTube channel, the DAZN or the Matchroom Boxing YouTube channel. So I got the link in the description as well. So you got some young guys coming up. You know what I'm saying? Cyrus Patterson versus Chris Jenkins. Chris Jenkins is he's like a French level welterweight in the UK. He'll never be world level and shit like that. He's kind of like not a journeyman, but like a gatekeeper over there. You know what I'm saying? But he can fight though. But Patterson, this is, they pushing him. This is a WBA international welterweight title, so that tells you how they believe in him. Pat McCormick, he's supposed to be like a star coming out the Olympics and stuff. He's a good fighter too. He's on the card. So Dakers, he's the heavyweight. He's stepping up. He's facing an undefeated guy. There's a lot of good sparring stories about Saul Dakers, you know what I'm saying? Hopey Price. I like Hopey Price. He's on the card. He's fighting for a WBA Continental title. We'll get him some good rankings and stuff at 122. I don't know if you guys seen him fight. Tall, rangy kid, southpaw. Got a good base. I like how he boxes, you know what I'm saying? He got a little grit to him as well. Young. So it might be time to step him up. He's on the card. You know what I'm saying? You got Dickinson on the card. That's another Olympian. So it's like I said, it's a prospect card. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to get up to date with how these guys, how they develop in their career, feel free to tap in. You know what I'm saying? Check the schedule in my description box for the times. You know what I'm saying? And then we got another DAZN card. Now this is from Golden Boy. Now of course we heard about Zurdo. You know what I'm saying? Missing weight by 12 pounds. Some people say I think He originally missed by 7, came back, missed by 7. No, originally missed by 12, came back, and he missed by 7.5 unofficially. Either way, he missed weight. It's crazy. So he's out. He should have been with the cruiserweight. Now you got Jojo Diaz and Mauricio Jester as the main event, and this is a pretty good fight, man. A year ago, I would have JoJo as a clear favorite. Now, I don't know. Y'all been smoking the building. What's good with you, bro? Hester is one of those guys. He been around for a while, veteran. You know what I'm saying? Both guys are veterans, but Hester never won a world title, and every time he stepped up, he came up short. I remember the Linares fight. He got stopped by another guy. But his last fight, they always say you gotta judge him off the last fight. His last fight, he was sharp, nice. You know what I'm saying? He was aggressive. Before, he was known as a guy that kind of take the air out the ball. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw a lot of punches and waiting to counter punch. But his last fight, he was aggressive. And that's some shit. I think it really made him look real good. He was coming forward. He was explosive. You know what I'm saying? So he looked good. That's the best that's the best I've seen him. And he like 34, 35 or something like that. And you know he been around for a long time. He was supposed to get the Ryan Garcia fight. They was calling a tune-up January the 28th. And I believe Ryan probably still won that fight with his size and speed. But Hester would have made that shit interesting. You know what I'm saying? He would have made him work for it. Because nobody just running through him. JoJo, you know what I'm saying? JoJo coming off a bad loss. He last fought Williams Zepeda last October. I mean, he got dominated. I never seen JoJo dominated. I seen him lose fights. I seen him get outboxed and outclassed and stuff like that. Even with the Devin Haney fight, he lost the fight clearly, but I thought he was more competitive. Williams Zepeda shut it down. He threw 1,500 punches. He was just beating JoJo in every spot. So, you know, JoJo, this is a must win for JoJo. You know what I'm saying? Because at 135, actually this fight is at 140. JoJo really missed the weight. You know what I'm saying? And him and Zurdo and JoJo has the same trainer. So I don't know what's going on in their camp, but they ain't making weight. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they ain't want to make weight this weekend. But this fight is contracted at 140 now. JoJo came in at like 139. Hester came in at 137. So I guess they agree to everything. But JoJo is not a big puncher. He like to sit and trade in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? He like to push you and bully you. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And he just don't got the punching power to keep these guys, you know, honest. You know, that's just the matter of the fact. He a good body puncher and shit like that. But we'll see. At 140, if he ain't have punching power at 35 and 30, how you gonna look at 40? So we'll see, man. This is a fight that you may throw some money on the dog side. I don't know if you guys betting and shit like that. Go look at the bets, the odds and shit, see how this one looking. JoJo versus Hester, you know what I'm saying? If it's looking crazy, I might throw something on that. We're gonna see. You got Oscar Duarte on the card. He's facing Alex Martin. Alex Martin, he fought at 140 before 35. He's a tall, rangy southpaw boxer who really don't give you a lot of shit in the fights. You know what I'm saying? He like to box and be crafty. Maybe they're the one eating more than training over there. Yeah, I mean, I see them in the gym. And this is another thing, too. Mark Macedo trained at that gym. You know what I'm saying? He trained at that gym. I don't know what's going on. Well, he was struggling to make the weight. He moved up to 130 after losing to Figueroa. I don't know. Scrappy Ramirez is in that camp too, but he made weight. I don't know what's going on with them. I picked JoJo to bounce back. Yeah, I mean, I think he could win this fight. But to me, I feel like it shouldn't be 50-50. I was thinking JoJo at least 60-40. You know, 65-35. But now I think it's 50-50. It can go either way. But yeah, Alex Martin, you got a style clash. He's a tall, rangy boxer. You know what I'm saying? Then you have Duarte, who's a come forward, aggressive guy. He said, "Yeah, they eating good over there." Yes, sir. Yeah, it's just the fighters gotta, you know what I'm saying? They gotta show some discipline. You know what I'm saying? But the Duarte is strong. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a good fight to see what Alex Browne gonna do. If we're gonna start sitting down and trading and shit, we'll see. But I like the Duarte in this fight. I like his aggressive style. Then you got Eric Tudor. I think he's undefeated 7-0. He's facing Damani Kane, who's also undefeated. Damani Kato Kane, he been in a couple of Bud Crawford training camps. I know he was in the last two for sure for Sean Porter and David Avenesian. So they brought him back. I think they like him over there. I'm not sure if he's training. He's not training with them, but he go to their camps. You know what I'm saying? Give those fighters in the camp some good work. So we'll see. I think this fight's at 54. But Kane you can tell he ain't that seasoned, but he's a great athlete. He switches back and forth, you know what I'm saying, in his style. He is strong, you know what I'm saying, strong and stocky. I said his last fight, he really didn't look too good in his last fight. You know what I'm saying? Eric Tudor is a aggressive fighter, young fighter. I think he's gonna have some advantages. The height and reach, he can use that in this fight, and also exchanging with Kato Kane because he kind of leaves himself open in exchanges. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Two undefeated guys. He said Jessup plus 500. Oh shit, nice. Appreciate that, bro. Oh man, that's damn. That might be a good one. It depends because I mean they're telling you that JoJo gonna win for sure, but that's not bad. That's not bad odds really because I think Hester because if JoJo's struggling to make the weight, Hester he feel good and he's more active. I know he's the older fighter. JoJo, well, we don't know how much JoJo have left. He got beat up against Williams Zepeda. Like he got beat up. That's a beat down. You know what I'm saying? He ain't win no rounds and he took a lot of punishment. Let's see how much he have left. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe trying to cut down those last couple of pounds was a direct effect of that. We don't know. That's why boxing's so crazy. But that's a nice little line right there. You know what I'm saying? Throw 100 on that. Yeah. Yo, I appreciate that, bro, for sure. I picked the word. That might be you put Duarte and Kane. I like Duarte. I mean, Kane got a lot of flaws. I don't know if you've seen him fight before. He's tough and strong, but he has a lot of flaws, bro. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, plus 1,000 for the decision. Wow. Yes, sir. I'm about to do some film study after this. This will get a little warm and fuzzy, for sure. I appreciate that though. Appreciate you guys dropping those lines. I picked JoJo, but at plus 500, I gotta lay something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just lay a little something, a little lunch money for the week. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe a little bit of gas money, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Chip in. But yeah, for sure. I think Hester wins. It would be by decision. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I don't think JoJo got a good enough chin. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to see if his energy level gonna be there. Is his legs gonna be there? You know, those are the first thing to go. The legs, you know, the energy level, stuff like that. So I think Hester trending up, JoJo trending down. Where would they meet in the middle? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is. 3 fights today. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a quick recap. Then we'll go over some fights that happened this week. Talk about the outcome. So starting in a few, y'all can check my description box for the times and the schedule and stuff where to find these fights. But this on the ProBox TV app. Jarrell Miller versus Lucas Browne. You know what I'm saying? You got Brandon Glanson on the card. John O'Carroll versus Mariaga. You know what I'm saying? Good little card though. Honestly, I'm glad they put this on ProBox because I didn't know where we're gonna watch this shit at in the US. So salute to them for that. And then you got the DAZN card. You can find the undercard, the prelims, on their YouTube channel, Matchroom or DAZN. Feel free to tap in, and then we just touch on this. This is on DAZN later on tonight. You know what I'm saying? So feel free to tap in. I'm looking forward to it though. It got some interesting stuff, man. This JoJo and Hester fight just, you know what I'm saying, just inspired me a little bit. So we're gonna see. All right, just to go over a couple of results from this week. You had this UFC Fight Pass card with Callum Wash headlining. They pushing this young kid. He fights at 160 pounds. He stopped Wesley Tucker in the second round. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty much easy work. They're gonna have him right back out in June. So they keeping them busy, man. I'm not sure they're gonna have him fight top competition, but at least keeping them busy. I guess that's a good thing for all fighters. He's a young fighter too. He got a backing by Tom Loeffler, who used to work with Triple G for a long time, and then Dana White. Dana White comes to his fights. You know what I'm saying? The UFC guy, the UFC president and shit. So that's a lot of clout right there. So they rocking with the kid. You know what I'm saying? And then we had this one. We had an upset. I don't know how many people picked this one, but Michael Eifert, he defeated John Pascal. Easy money. 10 rounds to 2, 9 to 3. Either way you want to put it. Pascal looked old, slow, no reflexes, and got outboxed. He was trying to steal rounds, throw a lot of wide looping shots. And once he hit the clapper, the dude started throwing punches and thinking, "Oh, I'm winning rounds." Man, this dude Eifert beat him with a basic jab, 1-2, 1-1-2, 1-2-1. He was just beating him with simple shit. He started to loop. He started to change his trajectory of his right hand. First, he was just throwing it straight down the pipe. Then he was kind of looping it around the guard. You know what I'm saying? He was throwing some hooks. If he would have invested to the body a little bit more, maybe he'd have more success. But Pascal is washed. You know what I'm saying? This is another guy coming off a failed PED test not too long ago. And I don't know if he's off of it, then that's a good indicator how he looked. John Pascal always one of those guys that look like he played possum. He drunk. Then all of a sudden he'll throw a right hand and drop you. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did to Marcus Browne and Badu Jack. But the older you get, the harder that shit is to do. And this kid right here, all he did was box all night. Use his legs, box. You know what I'm saying? And he dominated the fight, bro. This is a fight where Pascal, if he was like 5 years younger, he would have won this fight. But this kid, I gotta give him props. He went to the enemy territory in Canada and came out victorious. Now he's the IBF mandatory for Arthur Beterbiev. You know what I'm saying? So it's a chance that Arthur Beterbiev can fight all three of his mandatories in one calendar year. It's a possibility because he fought Yard, the WBO. Now he got the WBC. They already ordered that with Callum Smith. And maybe they give him the IBF guy. Maybe he'll come out to Canada, Michael Eifert. Because we're not going to get Dimitri Bivol, you know what I'm saying? Big news flash. We're not going to get that undisputed. That's already been solidified. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know how well he'll do against Beterbiev, but I give him props for this one. He's a good, solid boxer, Eastern European. And then we had this one last night on Star Boxing TV, little local show. Dohan, he won the 10-round decision. He suffered a bad cut though, you know what I'm saying? But he won the decision. It was a clear decision, like 9-1, 8-2. But he had a bad cut, so hopefully he'll come back from that. So that was the results from this week. So far, so good. Let me see. When Zurdo and David Benavidez miss weight, they don't play around with it. David Benavidez, he don't miss weight one time. He came in, 2 pounds over? I don't know if that was as bad. I think he'll get a little more leeway because that was in the bubble. That was Showtime's first fight in the bubble. Nobody really knew. It was a lot of stuff that unknowns at that situation. He couldn't lose the weight like he. He missed weight, lost his title. I got you, but 12 pounds. I don't know. That's a big difference. So I kind of give Benavidez a leeway from that. He said, I picked the old fella, 8 Crow. Yeah, I thought he would win too, but yeah, he said he held a basic. Yeah. Yep. All 1-2 Yeah, he was mixing it up a little bit. 1-1-2, 1-2-1. Yeah. But I like how when Pascal did his little flurry, his little burst, you know what I'm saying? He'll come right back. Put the jab in his face. Nah, he don't. I agree with that. Yep, he kept trying to steal the rounds. That shit wasn't working. I'm glad they didn't rob Buddy though. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad they didn't rob him. Yeah. Yep. That's what. Yep. I mean, because really at light heavyweight, who else can Beterbiev fight? We know he's not gonna get Dimitri Bivol. You know what I'm saying? They want to do the Canelo rematch. So who at light heavyweight do we want to see him against if he's not fighting? You know, because I know we got guys like Bawaxi, but he just signed a new deal, so he trying to get himself back together and get his I guess marketing himself more, being more active. So I'm not sure if he's an option. It ain't really it ain't a deep talent pool. They got a lot of guys, a lot of good names, Lyndon Arthur and shit like that. But I can see Beterbiev having 3 fights this year. That'd be crazy. You know what I'm saying? We have to see because he's injury prone, but maybe he want to make up for lost time. Maybe because Beterbiev in his career, a lot of guys don't want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? Early in his career, it took him a minute to fight for a world title. So maybe he want to stay active. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Callum Smith. I'm thinking they're gonna go in June. Zurdo only missed weight once as well. 2 pounds is a lot to miss. I mean, shit. I mean, I agree, but the circumstances is different. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not used to your fight week to be for it to be available for you to cut weight like you normally do, you get the fight week. You can't leave your room. You know what I'm saying? They got one. What they say? He said they had like 2 machines in there. You know what I'm saying? He had to go work out at a certain time. The bubble was different. That shit was different. That's why I know Benavidez lost his title and all that good shit. But I give him a pass for this. I don't give Zurdo a pass because Zurdo, he been rehydrating up crazy, damn near 30 pounds the next day. You know what I'm saying? He'll get down to 175, and then the next day they're talking about he 204, 205. You know what I'm saying? It was bound to happen. That's why I picked Bivol over him. That's why I picked Bivol 10 rounds to 2 against Zurdo. You know, people thought I was tripping. I was like, nah, he gonna be too slow trying to catch Bivol. He gonna be in and out. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, this is writing on the wall right here. This is what it's supposed to be. The IBF eliminate, yeah, IBF. He's the IBF mandatory. I'm 100% on board with him making 3 mandatory. Yeah, I'm with it too. You know what I'm saying? And then that way it won't be no interference with trying to make undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Next year, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was bound to happen. Was David the only fighter on that card that missed weight? I don't know, but I know some guys on Top Rank missed weight. You know what I'm saying? On that shit. I can't remember if anybody else on the card, but I know people in the bubble was missing weight. You know what I'm saying? I know they was. And that shit's hard to, I mean, fight week. I know most fighters, they get their fight week, they're like at least 5 to 6 pounds over. And if you don't got the equipment and got the access to the equipment to lose the weight, they're going to miss weight. For sure. But I don't know who else missed weight on that card. I don't know. Zurdo definitely. Yeah, nah. I said right after he lost to Bivol, hey, go fight, go to cruiserweight and get Makabu. You're a Mexican fighter. Mauricio love his Mexican fighters. Go get that fight. But Badu got it. I think he can go to cruiserweight and make some noise. Cruiserweight is really not a bad division. It's just over there. You know what I'm saying? So Zurdo may be the biggest name. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking like a Kovalev fight. You know what I'm saying? Those fights is I feel like can happen. But he should have been moved up. He probably should have moved up as soon as he left Top Rank. because even on Top Rank, his first fight at light heavyweight, he came in at like 196 fight night. You know what I'm saying? That's 20. So that's, Zurdo a big boy, yo. Zurdo, but he bought 6'4". He said, Browne on the little win streak, ain't he? Lucas Browne. Yeah, I think. I don't know. Really, I know he beat Junior Fa. I ain't really been following the other fights, but the Junior Fa fight, that was crazy when he won that. He said, I remember a few. Didn't Neri and someone else miss weight during that time? I think Neri missed weight. The last time I remember was on the Wilder Ortiz 2 undercard. He was supposed to face Manny Rodriguez, so that was before. But yeah, it was a lot of the fighters was missing weight. Nah, for real. Nah, that'd be a good boost. You know what I'm saying? They got Badu Jack, good name. He a WC champion. Kovalev supposed to fight for the WC eliminator, so that's another good name. And then along with the guys that they have, Jay Apataya, he got good news. He can resume his career. You know what I'm saying? He had promotional issues. He had a lot of issues. He had a shoulder injury. He broke his jaw in 2 places. And he had a promotional issue. So he's clear from that. So he got a mandatory coming up. Lawrence Okoli next week. You know what I'm saying? You got Richard Rapport in the mix. The WA champion, Austin Gallimarian. He may get Chris Billings-Smith. So cruiserweight is looking up. We got Brandon Glanton today on ProBox. You know what I'm saying? JC in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. What's good with you? What's crazy is it wasn't a lifetime ago. Zurdo. Yeah, I mean, shit. What was it, 2018 or 20? I don't know. I forgot the year, but the last time I seen him, he fought Jesse Hart. He said I wanted JoJo structured his camp to be short in exchange for more rest. Yeah, sure. I don't know. Maybe he definitely needs some rest and time to recover, for real. He definitely, because that was a tough fight. So maybe so. Zurdo, yeah. Where Halim at? Shit, he in Vegas, I think. So it's his name been rumored for some fights. They're talking about Casemiro, but I don't know if that's really real. He called out Neri, won that fight. He got a WBC mandatory eliminator supposed to be coming up. They ordered it. I think he got a deadline for March 31st versus David Picasso, the young Mexican fighter. So I think that's what he waiting for. There's not a lot of guys trying to fight Raif Salim. He's kind of on the outskirts because of the boxing politics. But I think the Picasso fight is the only secure fight for him right now. Because a lot of these guys, they're trying to fight him. You know what I'm saying? He should be back, man. He had a hell of a performance. His last fight, it's like I don't know if he getting like penalized for having a great performance. But yeah, hopefully he'll be back. Zurdo, the dummy of the week. I want to know who Cambosa's fighting. I thought he was fighting Maxie Hughes in June. That fight already done. They fighting for the IBO title, and they fighting for IBF number 2 eliminator. So if Haney vacates or something, then they'll fight Gustavo Lemon for the vacant IBF title. So Cambosa's versus Maxie Hughes is coming. How come they didn't have a replacement for who? You talking about for Zurdo? Man, because nobody want to see Gabe anyway. Look, they should go, but you know what though? You may be right though. They should have had Beck the Bully as the replacement and let him get that shit back. The Gabe should fight Beck the Bully. Yeah, you right though. Let me take it back. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people was down on this fight. I really didn't care for it too much. I was definitely gonna watch though, but I didn't really care for it. I understood it. But yeah, they should have Beck the Bully. Oh yeah, you're right. Beck the Bully should have came out and weighed in real quick. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he looked good though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he older. I don't know how he's a big guy making 122. I know he stays in the gym and stuff like that. It's just the politics of boxing, bro. I'm telling you, they got him. You know what I'm saying? They got him. I feel bad for Rosado. He didn't get a payday. I don't really feel bad for him, but I get that part. I get that part. We know one thing. He gonna get another one. He gonna get another one for sure. Cause after that back the bully win, he been getting. Who he fought? He fought Mongia. He fought Shane Mosley. He gonna get another opportunity. What's going on with MJ? He fighting April the 8th. He facing Marlon Tapales, his IBF mandatory. April the 8th. Yeah, that's a good fight for Kambosos to come back to. Tricky fight. Maxie Hughes is a southpaw boxer. He can make things kind of, crafty and stuff. He's not a big puncher, We'll see. Oh, let me see. Zurdo was the headliner, but they should have had prepared. I mean, yeah, maybe. I would say Bake the Bully, but see, this is what I'm saying. Like, who though? You know what I'm saying? Who? It ain't look light heavyweight ain't as deep as y'all think it is. Yeah, we saying names and shit, but who? And for Rosado, he ain't like he came in. He's on the card because he's he's an opponent. They're trying to get Zurdo back healthy. They don't care about Rosado. They're just throwing him in. You know what I'm saying? He's a professional. They're gonna be ready to fight. So I want like who other than Bake the Bully. I don't know who else can fill in that they have, or So I don't know. Honestly, having a replacement for that fight ain't that serious, especially when ain't nobody been calling for that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. Next week we got a banger, man. How you feel about Benavidez Plant? I like Benavidez. All boxing him, all boxing Plant, and maybe stopping his ass. My man Tay in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. I feel bad for any fighter who goes through camp. No, facts. I get it. I get that shit for sure. So he should be ready for the next opportunity. Like I said, I think he should fight Bake the Bully. I think he should fight him. Give him an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. He go through camp and all that shit, but they announced that fight. I heard about that fight. The fight got done in February. So I don't know if it was 8 weeks, bro. I think they announced that fight. I heard about that fight the fight week of Neri versus Hovhannisyan. So that's like 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah, he definitely get called back, but they'll call him. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't really too high on the fight, so I ain't really. When I heard of it, it's just crazy that he came in 12 pounds. So I guess you're right. It's not like they scrapping the whole event. Everyone else still fights. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's the good thing. No, in fact, no. See, it's because the way I look at the fight, and I got a different view of it because I've been watching these guys like all their fights for the last couple of years recently. When David is longer, he longer, and he got a good jab, and that right there gonna keep Plant off guard. You know what I'm saying? Gonna keep him off balance. The thing that Plant does real well is the stab jab to the body, but he bent it down low, and I think David is quick enough to counter that. You know what I'm saying? With the right hand or the left, and when he's coming forward, how many punches Plant gonna be throwing? You know what I'm saying? You can outbox a fighter by moving forward. It's not like David Benavidez is running to him with his high guard and throwing punches, running back to him with his high guard throwing punches. No, he's feinting. You know what I'm saying? He foot feinting. He upper body feinting. You know what I'm saying? He'll throw a straight jab or he'll throw a straight right hand. Sometimes he'll hook off of it to get close. Sometimes David is jumping. He's leaving his feet to get to you. You know what I'm saying? And when he's coming forward, guys ain't really doing too much. It's a misconception that say, when people say, well, before in the Darrell fight, before Darrell got cut, he was out boxing Benavidez. Shit, I gave him 1 round. I gave him the first round. All those other rounds, he won't outboxing no David Benavidez in that fight. Now he was competitive, but I felt like what I seen, David overwhelms you when he come forward. He's throwing punches too. He boxing too. He ain't just coming forward with his high guard. So you can't outbox a boxer, especially when you longer. You know what I'm saying? It's an argument if he's quicker than Caleb Plant. They both got fast hands, so it's not above the possibility. You know what I'm saying? Caleb gonna have to stay in the pocket so he can touch Benavidez, which is very possible. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him using the ring like that. I don't see him using the ring. I think he's gonna stand his ground because he has the opportunities in exchanges. So we'll see who gonna be quicker to the draw. Yeah, I think Benavidez can outbox him and win a decision for sure. For sure. Especially when down the stretch, Caleb gonna get tired. We know that. He gonna get tired down the stretch. He gonna slow down. And when Benavidez got his rhythm and pushing guys back, it's hard to beat him. Like I said, it's hard to beat him. And what is boxing? You know what I'm saying? You know, you like people think that you got to be moving around the ring and throwing a jab and you use a lateral movement to be boxing. That's not just boxing. You can come forward and box. You know what I'm saying? You still doing shit to, still doing stuff to get to the target. Feints, you know what I'm saying? Throwing a throwaway jab to land your right hand. People do that shit in the center of the ring. So I think he do, but I think it's a 50-50 fight basically because Caleb Plant, if Caleb Plant has to let his hands go a little more in this fight, I feel he's gonna have a lot of opportunities. His jab up and down, that's gonna be the key, and his lead left hook. We're gonna see. Like I said, it's an interesting fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I don't know if it's gonna. I think David Benavidez versus Kyron Davis was like his most exciting fight. Maybe it's because it was a hometown crowd and Kyron Davis came to fight. Let's see if Caleb Plant, but Caleb Plant's a little bit more crafty than that. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna set some traps and stuff like that. So I can see Benavidez winning the decision. You know what I'm saying? I can see that shit. Because if you watch his fights, how many rounds do he lose? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If Darrell won two rounds tops, maybe the fourth round. The first round I gave it to him. How many rounds he losing in his fights? You know what I'm saying? Of course, he never faced nobody like Plant. I get it. But still, Plant ain't throwing a crazy amount of punches and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see next week. I felt like Zurdo had some type of beef with Oscar. That's why maybe I don't know. I ain't even pay attention to that shit. I ain't watched no press conference, nothing. I ain't even hear about the weigh-in until like after it happened. Jay Reddy in the building. What's good with you, bro? He said I seen David box before early. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like he's a better boxer than people give him credit for. But it's a tough fight. He gonna have problems with Caleb Plant's like his speed, his jabs and stuff like that. He gonna have problems with that. But we'll see. We'll see. It's something. It's a good fight. He said Caleb is a fighter that just always gonna fatigue. Gotta accept it. Yeah, similar to Tony Harrison. You know what I'm saying? Similar to those guys. They fade. I got Plant winning, but definitely can go either way. Yeah, it definitely can. I'm telling you, when this guy start getting his rhythm, it's gonna be bad for Plant. I'm telling you. If Zurdo, if Zurdo was being fed Rosado, he should have been happy with Oscar. Nah, facts. Because I think he would have dominated that fight. But yeah, I'm looking. That's a good one, bro. Plant Benavidez. Yo, next week it's a lot of boxing, bro. Lot of boxing. Lot of boxing. It's a card damn near every day. Yep. And while I'm thinking about it, you got ProBox TV. That's March 22nd. You know what I'm saying? So they continue their schedule. March 23rd, you got Christian and Billy versus Carlos Gongora. That's a hell of a fight. That's a super middleweight. That's a WBC eliminator too. So maybe the winner of that can get the winner between Plant Benavidez, because Canelo is unavailable. We got to see what's going on with David Morrell. You know what I'm saying? I like the winner for Plant Benavidez to get David Morrell. Easy fight to make. But if not, the winner between Billy and Gongora, that makes sense. He said, "Dub out here like, fuck that fight." Nah, I won't really high on it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I won't high on that shit. He said, "And Billy a dog." No, and Billy can fight, bro. He in a good fight, bro, with Carlos Gongora. That's a good fight. That's hell of a matchmaking. I like that. I think and Billy would do Ellis like that, man. Would do like Ellis. Maybe, bro. And we'll see. Man, that's a good fight because Gongora is a boxer puncher, and he got some cracks, so he can keep and Billy kind of honest. And Billy is aggressive, athletic, strong. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. And Billy is good. And Billy, I don't think he ever fought on Showbox, but he fought on Ring City and during the pandemic. And the Tiger been keeping him busy because he just fought Von Alexander in December. You know what I'm saying? He had a knockout of the year candidate last year, so he been keeping busy. Gongora gonna stay on the ropes though. You think so? I don't know. Gongora like to get in the middle of the ring and stuff like that, but he can get outworked. He was getting outworked against Ali Ahmadale until he stopped him with that uppercut late in the fight. But yeah, that's a good fight though. Yeah, that's a hell of a fight. I can't wait for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Those are underrated fights right there that we have in boxing that a lot of people don't be on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they probably should be because it's just, you know what I'm saying? Those are good fights. Real good fight. Like all the fights don't gotta be world title fights to be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? It just gotta be good fights, especially for this division. And when you have 168 that's gonna be showcased that week, it's good to have a good fight in that division that we can kind of look at and be like, okay, let's see what the winner can do against Benavidez, or how can Plant deal with M. Billy, or that type of style. Because like I said, it's a WBC eliminator. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but this eliminator is not it's like urgent or anything. It's just one of those like, okay, for down the line. You know what I'm saying? The way they worded it at the WBC convention. So after Dave Benavidez get his shot, if he do get his shot, probably won't. Then the winner of this fight and Billy and Gongora will get an opportunity. So that's good stuff. That's on ESPN Plus too. I'm gonna touch on that shit too next week for sure. The 24th, you got ESPN card too. Ivan Zuko, he just came into the new WBC rankings at 168, number 15. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. They be putting these random fights from this fight card from Italy. You put this random super middleweight fight on this card. Maybe the winner is going to get the winner between Billy versus Gongora. You know what I'm saying? Because they had Michael Efer on the ESPN Plus card before he fought Pascal, and he was right back on there. You know what I'm saying? And then the 25th is crazy. Jose Ramirez versus Richard Comey. I'm not really high on the fight, to be honest. I'm more there for Sinisa Estrada versus Tina Ruppert. You know what I'm saying? That got big indication because that's for 2 belts at 105 pounds. And then that same night, Yoko Valley is fighting in Costa Rica, defending her 2 titles. So they fight on the same day, which is dope. And that's the fight that I want. Hopefully they can make that fight after this happen. Sanisa is facing one of the opponents that beat Yoko Valley, so I get it. Keep that storyline popping. Um, yeah, bro, I'm with that. And you know how Top Rank does with that undercard with the prospects. They lost a couple of fights with Richard Torres. He was injured, and Carlos Balderas got injured as well. But you got Remy Mortala, who is nice. I like him. He's nice with it. So Jose Zepeda coming back. He fighting on the DAZN card in Mexico. More so Zanford card. Golden Boy is working with him, but it's more so Zanford. Carlos Ocampo coming back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. Aaron Silva, the super middleweight, they just signed for Golden Boy, is on that card. And then Lawrence Okoli. Lawrence Okoli defending his WO title versus David Light. That's interesting. Okoli been on the ring for a while. New promotion company, new network, all that good shit. David Light coming off a tough decision victory over Brandon Glanton. That was a tough fight. It probably could have went either way. I scored it for Light, a 96-94, I believe. No, it was closer than that. 95-96, so he got dropped, didn't he? The last round. I can't remember like that, but David Light is tough. That dude tough as hell. And we'll see if we're going to be able to take the power of Lawrence Okoli, the big right hand. Lawrence Okoli is working with Sugar Hill Stewart, you know what I'm saying? So I like that. I like that combination. Because you know what old boy be teaching, the big right hand punches and going for the knockout. So that's a good one. There's a lot of good fights. He said, "Oh yeah, nah, it's definitely every day. It's definitely every day. It may be from like different countries, but yeah, I like it. I like it like this. You got cards damn near every day, Wednesday through Saturday. It's dope. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Hopefully, you know, we can get this fight made. I know Sinisa just left Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying? Golden Boy got Yoko Valley now and Marv Nation. They working with her. So hopefully there's no restriction in that shit, bro. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all guys made Tank versus Ryan. Like, come on. We all know who got the biggest platform and all that shit, and know who's the biggest star. But this is gonna be a good fight. Like I like Sinisa Estrada as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think she wins the fight, but Yoko Valley can fight though. She ain't just going away. You know what I'm saying? I think Estrada is more skilled and stuff like that, but she get touched. Valley is she's like an aggressive tactician. You know what I'm saying? She know what she's doing in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that they both keeping the storyline active, and they got to make this fight next. I don't see why not. I mean, Yoko Valley was unified champion at 108. She had to make a decision which belt she wanted to keep, so she kept 105. You know what I'm saying? Sanisa's at 105. So I mean, you don't just do that and not to go back to 105, not to try to face Sinisa. So it gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? Don't tease me. I need to see the fight. So we'll see. So it's some big time stuff coming up, man. I can't wait for it. There's a lot of good fights coming up. I want to see how Jose Zepeda look coming back off a loss to Regis. That was a tough loss. You know what I'm saying? He got stopped. It's just crazy how he's back before Regis Prograis, and Regis Prograis is the champion. But you know, that's the business of boxing. Hopefully we can get Regis versus Jack Calleron coming up. I think we will. Anthony Joshua coming up pretty soon, April the 1st. Like to see how he look with Derrick James and shit. I think it's gonna be cool, man. I like the move. Jermaine Franklin looking like he slimmed down in camp, and from what I've seen from his training footage. I think Elmo gonna be on that card too. This is getting to April. This April the 1st. Robeisy Ramirez coming back against Isaac Dalbe. That's a vacant WO title at featherweight. Featherweight kind of, looking good too. Mauricio Lara, the new WBA champion. You still got Lee Wood in the mix. Josh Warrington. Luis Alberto Lopez going to defend his IBF versus Michael Conlan. You got Ray Ford versus Jesse Magdaleno. The kid Kamaltov, who just stopped Thomas Patrick Ward. He's the WBA mandatory. So it's a lot of stuff popping. Like with these divisions, it started to get active. You know what I'm saying? And I think as boxing fans, you don't gotta focus on just one division or two. You can focus on a lot, and you will see a lot of good stuff happening. And when you say, "I just want to see the best guys fighting each other," they getting that at 126. Look like. We're just gonna be once every 10 months fighters. Yeah, politics. Yeah. I think when they broke up again, when they broke up, he stayed with that promoter. He stayed with them basically. Richard Schaefer, he left the company and doing his own thing. So we'll see, man. But he's in talks with Jack Catterall. Jack Catterall just came into the new WBC rankings at number 6. So that's a pretty good indicator that that fight is next. So yeah, a lot of good stuff. We're gonna get into all this stuff definitely as they come up. But I'm excited about boxing though, for sure. I don't think about the fights we don't get. I think about the fights that we got. I think about the schedule we got. Like we got fights on every weekend, and like I always say, for me, that's like the essence of boxing. For me, watching the fights in the ring, not so much with the we fall in love with the politics. We understand what's going on, and I think it's good to know because you got to figure out why these fights not happening. But when we start checking guys' pockets and bank accounts, and he should have took this fight, he should have did this, or he a duck because he didn't want to, like you gotta weed out the gray area. It's not always black and white. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. A lot of good shit. But I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys check out those fights that's on today. Y'all can check my description box below and see the times and the schedules and how you can watch it. I know ProBox, you can get it for $1.99 per month. You know what I'm saying? Just get it in one time and that's it. If you into that, $18 for a year. I mean, I got that shit for a year. I like it. I like ProBox. I like the presentation and shit. People are saying boxing is heating up, but reality, it's already been hot. No, that's facts. That is facts, though. That is a true statement because even in the bubble, I ain't know, man. Y'all can check my catalog. I've been like the only one covering boxing, even when in the bubble. I cover a Morris Walk fight. I think Morris Walk versus Kevin Johnson. I covered that shit in the bubble. So for me, that was around the time where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take my channel more serious. I had my channel for like 2 years before that, and I was like, I really wasn't feeling it, and that's crazy. All this, boxing knowledge and the love of the sport that I have, I ain't even like that shit, bro. Too many YouTube politics. You can go over here, but you can't go over there, or you with them and this. I got caught up in the middle of that bullshit, so I was like, man, I'm a chill, and then I really didn't have like the love to do it like that, to be consistent. I got the knowledge. The knowledge is always consistent, but wanting to do that shit in a consistent basis before the pandemic, I was like, I didn't want to do it. But then some of this, some came to me and was like, yo, bro, just do your shit. Focus on your stuff, stay in your lane. And that's why I did. So I was doing all the pandemic fights. I got a playlist, bubble fights. You know what I'm saying, with Top Rank, all their fights. I did a preview and like a post fight, all that shit. So yeah, that shit been hot for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm easy with boxing. Like I be like, oh, you gonna give me this fight? Okay, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm easy. You don't gotta, tease me with a good time. Just let me know where I can watch the fight at, and you know what I'm saying, I'm there. So that's what it is. So I'm glad that I did that because I focus on certain stuff that that's not being covered in boxing. Talking about where you can find the fight set, who fighting, the rankings. You know what I'm saying? I found my niche in this shit, so I just stay in my lane now. Here on out, just stay in my lane. Joseph Browne, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. All right, man. I want to salute everybody coming through once again. You guys can follow me on my social media, scrolling across the bottom. Twitter at OverJ, Instagram LDoesBoxing. Feel free to check out these fights. You know what I'm saying? We can come back and talk about it later. All that good shit. We got the ProBox card with Jarrell Miller versus Lucas Browne. You got the zone match, the Matchroom, the zone next gen show with a lot of the young talent. And then you got Jojo Diaz versus Mauricio Hester. That's on the zone. That's a Golden Boy show. So make sure you guys tap in. You know what I'm saying? So salute to everybody once again. That's my time, and I'm out.